Right, this is the second session of Biomutant, and it's like we have a new button that we can do, which is left stick for sprint. Ooh, we're gonna press it down. Sprint.
A signpost maps it out for the cartographically challenged. Let's see.
That was great. Posts are found near locations of interest all around the world. You'll unlock a signpost when interacting. Oh, it's fast traveling.
Must be the World Eater that chewed off Out-of-Date's leg. You'll need a hat trick to bring that down. The World Eaters have made their marks on our world over time. That's not the first nor the last village it'll leave in its wake. Look, a survivor. Glad to see someone made it out alive.
He's
heard the stories about the terror inflicted by the World Eaters to other enclaves, but never expected one to come all the way here.
Your inner balance is two halves. That completes a wholeness that blows through all things. At times, you'll be able to manifest your inner balance through deeds and dialogue choices. This will just be black and white aura or dark and light aura. You are those who always act in the same manner, and our wholeness is the sum of the choices we make and actions we take. The balance of your actions creates your aura score, which affects the dialogue of other characters.
He worries there won't be much left to save if this continues, even if the Tree of Life survives the attack. He doesn't know what your connection is to this place, but something tells him you've stayed true to your heart.
Interacting with captives and the Psi Shrines will award you with sight points that you can use to unlock psionic powers. Powers can only be unlocked once you have reached the required dark or light inner balance.
Anyway, he needs help and says it's by your actions you'll be judged, not by your intentions. He's grateful for that. You still seem to have a spark of light in you.
That's a spark of light in you!
What's there to like about light? It hurts to look at.
Not as much as it hurts to look at you.
Always making this personal.
And you're always trying to pretend it's not.
You gained a psi point, use it to unlock powers in the mutations menu. Some powers are unlocked by the aura score, meaning that your psi points can only unlock the powers of the same color as your current aura, or without color, or those without color.
There's Out of Date again. He must have missed something important. Out of Date knows you'll make a better stand against the World Eaters with the support of a tribe, and there's two nearby. The Jagni tribe is likely to be your primary choice as they seek to become omnipresent and, most importantly, feared.
Oloi bobo paweg, kim horba bekuko, hifad muk.
Regardless of who you choose, it won't be easy, as the conflict between the tribes is worse than ever, teetering on the brink of war. The Myriad's conviction to stop the World Eaters began when the Leviathans rose from the depths of the surf. Siding with the Myriad's movement for wholeness in a fragmented world might seem like the logical thing to do, but is it the right thing? One thing's certain, though. Destiny arrives all the same. The Jagni tribe only ever had one conviction: to bring balance to the world by wiping out the weak. They believe a cleansing is necessary to restore the world and want to let the World Eaters bring down the Tree of Life. But siding with Jagni isn't necessarily a bad thing. Fate will find a way.
Pilvov ugvuhu vobra boom.
Out of Date says someone needs to break the stalemate and shift the balance of power to either Jagni's or Myriad's side.
Mopu far kobi. Ya, savota mua.
He believes the tribe Sifus, Jagni especially, will listen to you and expects you to pay at least one of them a visit and play your part.
Le yayato.
In Jagni's case, letting the World Eaters bring down the Tree of Life is part of their plan. They believe a cleansing is the only way the world can be saved.
Le yayato. Yuba dolu wawa.
He'll be waiting for you beneath the Tree of Life if you lose track of what you need to do.
Ubobo debuko. Koyetu koweboy.
Regardless, you'll meet again once you've played your part in the tribe war and the situation with the World Eaters.
Your current and started quests are shown in the journal. See the top menu above. In Alliance, Dead Zone. You can change which quests you track by opening the journal tab and selecting on the quest. In the journal, you can find information on your quests, as well as all previous tutorials and dialogue. Myriad tribe act on understanding of the greater good and a code of honor. They want to unite the tribes to defeat the World Eaters and save the Tree of Life. Maximum light means respect and true commitment to justice, honor, and compassion. Maximum dark means a lack of respect for life and its really back nature. The Lotus tribe seek to build, or regardless of how many are hurt in the process, they want to subdue the tribes and the destroyed by tree. Ankati, the Ankati tribe believe that solidarity is what is needed to keep the world in balance. They want to unite the tribes to beat the World Eaters and save true life. Lightor means that respect for life and a commitment to make personal sacrifice to help others, so they're lighty but not totally light. The Jagni tribe wants to become omnipresent and most importantly feared. They want to vanquish the tribes and let the World Eaters destroy the tree of life, so they're semi-dark. The Nitra tribe values liberty and strives to protect freedom. They want to separate the tribes, defeat the World Eaters, and save tree of life, somewhat light. And then the Pichu tribe supports natural evolution and the dogma that only the strong survive. They want to vanquish the tribes and let the World Eaters destroy the tree of life. So we're all kind of doing the same thing.
Another fork in the road. It's either the tunnel or the motor bridge. What'll it be?
Let's go look at my auras.
It's unusual that natural tunnels like this still exist. Most of them got flooded.
I really want to do the main quest. I think I want to go just explore.
This area was beautiful before the tribe war began. Look at it now. It's a war zone. That's the Myriad Tribe's fortress. Will they be friends or foe? You should head up there. That way you'll know.
Let's go way over there.
Let's see.
It's like Conker's bad for a day.
That's the Myriad Fort.
I think they're going to force you to have to go talk to them. We got side points. Character. What do they get? Huzzah! What's over here? Monsters.
Almost there.
I'm wet.
Better beware, that's a mump up ahead. They were hit hard by evolution, the wonky ones especially, deformed and unfurled.
Ooh, that's a long loading screen. Where the heck was I? Was I over here?
Better beware, that's a mump up ahead. They were hit hard by evolution, the wonky ones especially, deformed and unfurled.
What's hitting me? Bit weird. Not gonna lie.
Let's see. Let's see.
I leveled up. Let's do luck.
That ain't bad.
Wait. So, go back this other direction. Can I go across the lake? Or you drown? No, you do drown. Now I gotta wait 3 minutes for this loading screen. So I think they're forcing you to go talk to one of them. You can't just go on your own merry way, which kind of sucks. I'd prefer it to be more like Skyrim, where you can just leave and do what I want.
Let's see. That's the Jagni tribe's fort. Their friendship can be a blessing or a curse. It's up to you. You're either a part of their solution to the tribe war or part of the problem. Let's see. Says they're wary of strangers. They're at war. Says the Sifu decides who the Sifu wants to see, but is willing to let you give it a try.
Zata is the muito tloho. Kariesne zdace. Paro, ya put
The Jagni tribe wants to become omnipresent and, most importantly, feared. They want to vanquish the tribes, as the only way they can guarantee peace is through supremacy. The Sifu is determined to let the World Eaters destroy the Tree of Life, as it's part of their strategy to cleanse the world and start anew. He welcomes you to the Jagni fort and introduces himself as the tribe's Sifu. The news of a cold-blooded Ronin crossing the Great Wall through the crack in Bunker 101 preceded you. The wall that separates them from the other side, the wasteland you came from. He guesses the time spent there just left a blank space in your memory, as empty and barren as the wasteland itself. He understands that sometimes we need to lose ourselves, to find ourselves. But he's glad you chose to come here. There's something about your spirit that sparks memories of you as a kidling. He can still sense you're kind-hearted. Sometimes one memory can make another come to life. He hasn't thought about your Muma for ages, even though she taught him a lot. He was one of the original Wang Fu disciples. There were 6 of them, but the unity fell apart after Lupa Lupin attacked the old village. Soon after, they formed new tribes based on their own values, and when the Blight started, the animosity escalated to war. The Sifu says it's time to set the past aside, at least for now. Unrest is sweeping the land, and there are rivals in all directions. Jagni doesn't want a new unity between the tribes. Their goal is to become omnipresent and, most importantly, feared. Says fear and hatred is the only path to domination, but you already know that. So embracing that side of you and helping them vanquish the tribes and letting the World Eaters destroy the Tree of Life should be an easy decision.
ally with the Jagni. They want to vanquish the tribes and let the world eaters destroy the Tree of Life. Warning sets the game's end goal to destroy the Tree of Life. Choosing destiny for defeated rival Sifus is limited to subdue and vanquish. Well, why do they make you choose this right in the beginning of the game? That seems ridiculous. Oh, whatever.
Donzadne?
He expected you'd join them. You understand that the universe runs on the principle that the one who dominates others runs the show.
Dolo apinosko. Donzadne?
The Sifu was waiting for something to tip the balance in their favor, and with you by their side, he's confident you can vanquish the other tribes. The one he wants to deal with first is the Myriad tribe.
Inatovo. Donzadne apinosko.
The Jagni's destiny is to do what others are too afraid to do. To vanquish past and future disillusions of unity and take control of our destiny. Uniting the tribes and saving the Tree of Life won't change anything.
Ale, Dolo.
Their kin must put an end to the war before war puts an end to them. It'll cost bruises and broken bone, but they refuse to be the victim here.
Nezdatsne okoni. Unavochni dlohoni.
They have no intention of letting this drag out, or they'll run the risk of teaching the enemy their art of war. He wants you to focus. These are the new rival outposts your tribe needs to take control of. He says you'll regret not being on their side. The only way you'll learn their secrets, Wung Fu and the tribe weapon now, is if you defeat him. And that will never happen.
Ale, você se...
You both share dark thoughts, so they want to wage a war. A war where all that's left behind is casualties.
Novi, nezdatsne okoni. Dada.
Tells you not to be afraid. Your fate cannot be taken from you. Claim the rival outposts and earn the right to wield the tribe weapon.
Nalest stari dat.
Once you've conquered the rivals' outposts, you'll challenge their Sifu for control of their territory, tribe weapon, and kin.
Tantremos kuni.
The only kin who count are the kin that are left standing at the end of the war. Let's focus on making that our kin, not theirs.
Mali muzami.
Seeing you brings back his memories of the old village.
Ite reki arveta. Skuni.
Jagni doesn't want a new unity between the tribes.
Ives yete reklidekle. Nauko onis poloknost.
He remembers your kind and unselfish soul, and can sense you still have it in you, the will to do good.
Nauko kiza paro vlada.
Anyway, you'll pass your old village on your way to the first rival outpost, but we've got no time to be sent.
Perfetta.
He can't blame you for not remembering, but he can sense the stillness of something lost. The gatekeeper welcomes you back to the fort. Time is lost on this place, but it evokes a tingling sensation. There's something special about it, drawing you closer. As time passes, memories fade, and sometimes feelings change. It's not about who you were, it's about who you'll become. This story is far from over. Echoes of a long-lost past, like whispers in the wind. Here's someone who takes each day as it comes. He asks how you are today. Goop wants you to make it a priority to come looking for him whenever you're feeling down. He'll make you smile. He wonders where you've been. He hopes you've been out at the lake, practicing your swimming technique. Goop says some choose to be lonely because no one understands what they're going through. If that's you, he'll try to help you, if you let him. He thinks you should really know how to swim by now. Knowing how to swim won't solve life's hard problems, but at least one of them won't be drowning. He says, that wasn't too bad, was it? He says a feeling that you're going to drown is a great reminder of the need to learn how to swim. But you need practice, lots of practice. You need to rely on those who somehow know how to teach, those willing to bend down and help you pick up your boots. You just need more time in the surf. That's the only way you'll ever learn how to swim. He won't let anyone know you can't swim. He assumes that's what you meant. Judging by your Mooma's look, it seems you forgot something.
Betty?
You promised you'd train with her before the sun goes down. It's time to go.
Kalino? Tropalo.
She's not unhappy with your progress, but you still have a lot to prove.
Kalino?
You should know, practice makes perfect.
Kalino?
She says nobody is perfect. That's why you practice.
Vaiseno kasaman weru.
She'll see you at the village square.
Sadurutu.
She understands, but sometimes you need to do what you have to and not what you want to. Here's another familiar face with lots on his mind. Asks how you're feeling today. He's learned that things are never as bad as they seem. You'll feel better in the morning. It's your own future you're risking by not caring for the environment. The next generation will pay for the mistakes of the last. You should look for things that are recyclable. It shouldn't take you too long to find some. He wonders what usefulness you found. Sometimes he's an expert, but sometimes he just does what's right. He can work wonders with almost anything and asks if you know how to upcycle. But that's his point, to take something useless, change it, and put it to good use again.
Pigs. Happy hab. Dobado.
He'd love to teach you to upcycle, and the scrap you found would be a good start.
Threescore. Da.
You did well, but he can't help but wonder why you decided to craft a weapon.
Opi.
He says you don't really need a weapon when you're born one. He understands, but hopes you won't be needing it anytime soon. Gizmo doesn't mind sharing. What's his is yours, and what's yours is his. He's looking forward to seeing what you'll make next. It seems you have a talent for this. It looks like she's starting to lose her patience. You know she doesn't like waiting for you. She wants to see you on the village square right away.
Sanna jote.
She suggests you better hurry up then. You won't get far with that attitude. She wants you to grow up and start thinking for yourself. You really need to find yourself before she's gone. She says it's not only about this moment and where you were going. You have to find yourself first, then everything else will follow. You've always followed your own path, but this time she needs you to follow her. She worries about you. Sometimes you get lost in your own world, where the only thing that matters is you. They look determined. Better watch out. He asks you to stop right there and wonders where you think you're going. He's not scared of anything, least of all you. He wants to know who you think you are. He says you're right. Nobody can tell him what he can and can't do, and that includes you. She asks if you're hurt. What happened? She's there for all disciples. That's her commitment as Sifu, and when she needs them, they're there for her and each other. The most important thing is that you're okay. She suggests that you forgive your enemies. Nothing annoys them more. happy as someone close to heart, doing what he does best?
Schon.
Seeing you always puts a smile on your Popsy's face.
Bestilka. Lech butze.
He knows growing up is hard, and things will continue to go wrong as you become older and figure out how to make them right.
Sarevanyat zap. Lech.
He asks if you could help him too before you...
Eskayamako. Jira vabasko.
He'll leave the quick part to you. You're the martial artist, after all.
Echine. Amanka.
He's curious to see what you've found.
Mustak bala. Vaksan u intabadan kamaklai.
He's gathered so much over the years, and it's hard to remember everything. Nothing's wrong with his memory. It's just short.
Tomosakula imapela. Cheri la fia.
He can work wonders with pretty much anything, and asks if you know how to upcycle.
Khalifaf Cairo.
He's learned you never know when something you found might come in handy, so it's best to save everything.
Ahai arin kashumai.
He says it's about time you learned how, and offers to teach you, starting with the scrap you found.
Intabadaj. Ahai arin kashumai.
The style might be too edgy for his taste, but it looks sharp on you.
Zeni ne naftenen. Wa.
He can see the rebel in you. You're like your Mooma in that way, always choosing your own path, even if it might lead you to peril.
Me.
You should take it with you, wear it to practice.
Ikaya barafka. Tid.
He agrees that you need to keep some things to yourself, but in general, you should know that sharing is caring.
Zatuna.
He's looking forward to seeing what you'll make next. It seems you have a talent for this.
Bola kamonu rukna.
Your Mooma says it's about time you got here.
Kamonu.
Says being on time would be better yet.
Beri do male tuku.
She says she is eager to get started. You don't have much time left before the sun goes down.
Kala vaiseno kasaman warut.
But there's enough time left for repetition, and you need it. Training dummies don't hit back.
Gendrana mala vaiseno kasaman warut.
You might not be ready to take on someone with smarts yet.
Anora ka papum.
Your Mooma says you did well today. She's so proud of you.
Kial do male kanoro tono.
You should just keep working, and you'll do well.
Gendrana mala puri kumbala muma.
Been working on a present for you, with the help of Gizmo and Wiz.
Pendrine senema. Inadabsunka.
You should go see him and find out what it is. You've deserved it.
Pial tu ma.
Reminds you that the best way to get someone to do things is for you to thank them. she?
Ruemu Tono.
Your Muma says she's never seen an apparatus as green as this little thing. It's wonderful.
Pial tu ma volakamono rukna.
Thinks you could say that about everything. She hopes you have better days ahead.
Monibasa, ferena masalapu.
A piece of Scraptronics like this has built-in old-world tech that makes it a potent communication device.
Asaturutu.
It's called an automaton, and it's hardwired to your DNA. It'll follow wherever you go and see whatever you see.
Kanoruta.
You should think of it as watching over you when she can't.
Turi kumbala muma.
Your Muma says you look tired. No wonder. It's been a long day.
Apli tonomuta.
Everything ends, both good and bad. Rest, and you'll find strength for tomorrow. Nothing could stop Lupa Lupin from setting the world on fire.
Toro. Kensi.
Your Muma urges you to blaze a trail. A burnt kidling will learn to dread fire. That's just adding fuel to the flames. Give it a last burst and you'll make it.
Tukonda.
Your Muma says this is it. The time has come. She must fight Lupa Lupin. This time there's no escape. She can hear him coming.
Kala.
Lupa Lupin is a problem older than you.
Kodotuku. Apli tonomuta. Ferena masalapu.
Whatever happens, you need to know she loves you. And everything she's done has been to protect you, your Popsy, and those she was chosen to lead.
Gendrana mala.
She tells you to stay back. This is her fight. It has nothing to do with you. History has finally caught up with her.
Kodotuku. Amu.
She had a life before you were born, you know. Darker and less fun. Here it comes. The past coming to hold the present. You must go through fire and water to make it out of here. Your Muma says you can make it if you believe in it. Where she goes, you go. Blood is thicker than water. You're in deep surf. Don't make waves. The surf goes where it wants to go. It'll take you to the shore as long as you go with the flow. Death is not to be feared by one who has lived life with a pure heart. A part of her will live on in you. The creature is hungry for more. Nothing is going to stand in its way now. If a sacrifice is made for someone else, it's not lost, but passed on to the next. Life must go on. Real sacrifice comes from love and necessity when all other options are exhausted. The ultimate test of conscience is the willingness to give up anything to save what you truly care about. What you do for yourself dies with you. What you do for your kin remains and makes you immortal in their memory. As the moment fades and is lost, the only thing that remains is loneliness. It doesn't mean you'll forget your past. It simply means you need to move on.
What a good spot to stop.